you know the drill. We always, or we do this.
Read it?
Yeah, no, I mean, we have to read the passage or look at the passage. No, we're working on this side first. Okay?
I gave it to him.
Okay, good. Thank you. Read it, Madison.
What is it? Is it this side?
Okay.
This side.
We're working on this side first. Remember to ask, when you get
Oh
up.
my God.
Okay, yes, you may. We're working on this side first. So what's the first strategy that you need to use, or what's the first thing you need to do when you get your paper?
Put your name on it.
Put your name on it. Because what happens if you don't put your name on it? Well, you don't get credit for your own work, right? So you got to put your name on your paper as soon as you get it. And then tell me one strategy that we can use, Sire. Or one strategy that you have to use that are not negotiable. Trash and keep.
Read 2 times.
Okay, read it 2 times.
It's just a list.
Well, it's just a list this time, but still, the next passage will be it, so that's a good answer, Angel. What's another strategy that you have to use? Trash and keep is one. What's another one?
Make a break. What paragraph?
Exactly, numbering the paragraphs.
Make a prediction.
Well, you don't have to make a prediction in this right now. Shayla. There you go. And Addison.
Underline the sentence that has the answer on it.
Underline the sentence, number the paragraph, and your answers. Okay, so everybody good? All right, so let's get started. Use your overlays. And then make sure, another really important strategy remember to use is to pre-read those questions so that you know, and I'll pre-read them for you, but we have to pre-read the questions so that when you read the article, you actually know what you're listening for or know what you're reading about, okay? Madison, let's put this away. And remember, we've got to stay on task so we get that special treat for y'all. Okay, so I'm going to pre-read the questions real quick. Which of these tells one way that frogs and toads are different? One way that frogs and toads are alike is that. Which 3 qualities do frogs have in common with toads? And which of these is true? Okay, so that you're going to be looking at this chart and figuring out the ways that they're alike. Now the check marks here, look at everybody, the check marks are ways that they are alike, okay? And where there are no check marks, that's the ways that they are different. So we'll just let it ring. Okay? So you guys look at the chart, study it a little bit, and then we're going to answer the questions. Now, Shanti, will you do me a favor and go back there and see if it's, you can see my head.
No, I see a chin. The chin.
My chin? Okay. How about now?
Your mouth. Your face.
Oh, yay! I just have to sit on the floor. Hey, no laughing. I'm just kidding. All right, y'all read. Okay, since this is mostly about the chart, I'm going to go ahead and read the questions, and we'll do it. We'll look at the question, and then we'll refer to the chart. You guys know what refer to the chart means? When I ask the question, okay, when I ask the question, then you're going to look at the chart to find the answers, okay? That's what referring to the chart means. All right, which of these tells one way that frogs and toads are different? Okay, so now we're looking for differences, which means that they will not have both checked, columns will not be checked. So what is one way that these are different? Only frogs lay eggs in the water. Toads' colors match their surroundings. Only frogs do more hopping than jumping. Frogs live mostly in the water. Okay, which of these tells one way that frogs and toads are different? The answers?
Yeah.
Okay. So now look up at the, now this shouldn't be that tricky because what you need to be doing here, whenever you see 2 check marks in the columns, do not look at those, okay? Because they're alike in that respect. Only look at the columns where they do not have double check marks. Okay, that's what you're looking for because those are differences. So, which of these tells one way that frogs and toads are different? Only frogs lay eggs in the water. Toads' color match their surroundings. Only frogs do more hopping than jumping. And frogs live mostly in the water. Show up. Angel.
There.
Oh, you're already done? I'm sorry. Okay, number 10, and it's okay if you're not finished because we can catch up. Number 10, one way that frogs and toads are alike. Now this is where you're going to be looking at the double check columns, okay, because that means alike. One way that frogs and toads are alike is that they have long, powerful back legs. They use their tongues to catch insects. They have moist skin. They live mostly on land. Okay, so this is the way that they're alike. So they have long, powerful back legs. They use their tongues to catch insects. They have moist skin. They live mostly on land. And remember, what's another strategy that you should be using when you're reading or when you're doing your answer choices? Trash and keep. Good job, Malia. Madison, good use of strategies. You're very welcome. And you can go ahead, if you're waiting on me to read number 11, but you've already done number 10, you can go ahead and move forward at your own pace. It's fine.
Can I do number 11?
Yes, you may go ahead and do number 11 if you want to, and I'll reread it in just a second. So I'll read number 10 one more time. One way the frogs and toads are alike is that they have long, powerful back legs. They use their tongues to catch insects. They have moist skin. They live mostly on land. Okay, number 11. Which of these qualities do frogs and toads have in common? Which 3 qualities do frogs have in common with toads? So we're looking at the double check marks, okay? Which 3 qualities do frogs have in common with toads? Now here's where you're really going to have to use trash and keep. A, they are cold-blooded. They have bumpy skin. Color matches their surroundings. So you need to look up in the chart and find where it says they are cold-blooded. So,
I got it.
and if it's cold-blooded and they're both checked, that could probably be an answer. Have bumpy skin. So let's look and see if we can find where they have bumpy skin. And if you notice, have dry bumpy skin, only toads have that, right? So what are we going to do with answer A? We're going to trash answer A. So that's how you find the answer to this question. You have to go through. Well, both are cold-blooded, but they both do not have cold bumpy skin. So that's how you find the answer to this question. You do a process of elimination by looking up at the chart and figuring out what's alike. So trash and keep the ones that are not correct. So use the strategy that I just told you. You don't, it's okay. Don't read out loud. Read to yourself. So remember, we're using the strategy of, for number B, we're going to look up in the chart, and we're going to find lay their eggs in water and see if they both lay their eggs in water. And if they do, that could be a possible answer. Then we're going to go to the second choice, are excellent jumpers. We find where they're excellent jumpers. See if it's both checked, both of them are checked. If it's not, then trash B. Okay, so that's how you're going to do this. Like I said, you're going to go through process of elimination with each of these answers by looking at or referring to the chart. You guys, I'm really proud of how you're focusing, and I can see that you're working hard, so I appreciate that.
Check, check.
Remember. Very good.
Easy.
Yeah, once you use that process of elimination like that, it's easy to go through it. Okay, I'm going to read number 12, but if you're not finished with number 11, that's fine. Okay, I'm just moving on to number 12 for those that are, but it's okay if you're not finished with 11. But try to finish it up quickly. Which of these is true? Okay, so we're talking about which of these is true. Frogs and toads are alike. Now, this is a question that you may have to infer. Do you know what infer means?
Infer like in your head?
Yeah, kind of. Like you figure out what it means. Like it doesn't necessarily say what it means, but you kind of figure out what it means. Okay, so that's called inference, or when you make an inference or you infer something. Okay, so which of these is true? Frogs and toads are alike in more ways than they are different. Frogs and toads are different in more ways than they are alike. Toads can do everything that frogs can do and more. Frogs are just like toads, except that frogs live in the water. So which of those is true? Which of those statements is true?